Okay, good evening, friends. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all had a great trading day. I had a pretty good couple of days, so I managed to pass my MFF prop account. So I've been doing prop because it's a goal of many people in my community. So I just want to figure out what it's all about so I can kind of do a video guide on the correct risk on it and all the ins and outs of prop trading in general. So before I get into the trades, I just want to say a massive thank you to my community at Cable Traders. The amount of moral support has been unreal and really touching, actually. So a massive thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been way beyond what I could have expected. The amount of work people have been putting in, and the kind of circle of trust that I have with a group of traders, and y'all know who you are. So thank you so much. So without further ado, I just want to get into the trades. So I speak a lot about preparation, and yesterday 6 a.m. I'm talking about buy the dips, sell the highs for now because we're in a kind of range. If we get a dip below the last 2 days lows, this is really important, and the Asia low, that's great. Then buy on confirmation. We're in an accumulation range. Don't make any assumptions about redistribution or accumulation. We're on daily demand, and that's the only clue. And we're intraday traders looking for 30 to 50 pips, and with tight stops. Expect price to stay in the weekly value area. If it moves outside, start thinking about taking the other side. On mentorship, I'll say when I'm trading, but please, this isn't a signal service. You must think for yourself. I make mistakes sometimes, and please pipe up if you have views of your own. So we start around here on 14th of July about 12:30. So I say at 118, I think sell then buy, and I have my trades in already, so I have sells, but my main idea is a buy, but we have to take out the 12th of July low. So this is the main area of interest. We'll just kind of zoom in a bit. And I think it looks even better on the 1 minute. We trade the 1 minute chart typically, and we use the 5 minute chart and the 15-minute chart as kind of like just giving us a broader view of the market and making it easier to spot things that you might not see on the 1 minute chart. The 1 minute chart typically is for entries, and we use 5, 15, 1 hour in different ways. So we have this little distribution, and I have actually my trades in early. I have 40 lots in short, and people are asking me, like, you know, how are you so confident that it's going to short? Well, the answer is we're just coming up to US PPI, and we're right above the 12th of July low, so it seems logical to me that we would take out this low. And then we have this up thrust after distribution where I put another 20 lots in. So I'm talking about it here. I think sell then buy. This is at 1:18 p.m. Stop to break even, but my main idea is a buy, but we have to take out the 12th of July low. Basically, we're so close to the 12th of July low that liquidity has to be rated. Why do we accumulate this low not to take it out? So this is when I'm doing the MFF, my Forex funds challenge, and I was determined to pass it as quickly as possible. So I was trading short here. Yeah, and this was basically higher up where I put in another 20 lots. So I have 60 lots in general at this point. So I had 40 in here, then I added another 20 up here to average. This was the up thrust after distribution, and by the time it got around here, I was at break even. So I'm holding short. I'm pretty confident about this trade, and PPI comes up and it just kind of goes up for a bit, and it kind of scares me a little bit, but I'm still kind of confident. And eventually it dips, and boy does it go down. So it goes down, and then we get this little redistribution, this leg out, and then this retest. I call these sandwich candles because it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, and that's a sign of either distribution or accumulation, and you have to look out for market clues to figure out which one's which. So this is the 12th of July low, and this is the last low to be taken out for liquidity. So we're trading short, and I didn't ride it this far down, I'm not gonna lie. I took about 30 pips, I think. Yeah, I took it out around this redistribution, just below the 12th of July low. I could have wrote it down more, but I didn't, because as I said, my main idea is the buy because we're in daily demand, and I just wanted to get in the buy because we'd taken all that liquidity, and I had this theory that DXY had taken out these highs to move down and fill this gap. So I get in my buy at these sandwich candles, and what you can notice is a lot of buyers coming in, aggressive buyers, market orders coming in the footprint. There's a bit of absorption too, so I get my buy in at this candle. And the reason I wrote it up, it was a bit of a risk, a bit of a kind of Friday risk. Basically, I wanted DXY to fill this gap, and I was pointing out to students that when the gaps are filled, it's typically in a straight line move, and that's what happened, and we filled the gap, and we did bounce a bit. So just before the bounce, I took profit and got 30R on that. We'll just show that now. No, that was before. There. TP just shy of 30R. So yeah, I was really proud of this trade. And the reason I wrote it up so long was because of this Dixie gap, and gaps are really important. They don't stay unfilled for long. So I held this overnight, and there was a few scary moments where, you know, it went 70 pips up and then almost took me out. And also Friday was this really shitty compression, which kind of scared me a bit, because when compressions break like this, they come down. But I'm not too scared, because when we come down the news, we usually bounce back up. Okay, it usually does some kind of fake out to take out all this internal range liquidity, and we thought there was going to be a chance to maybe buy on news if we made it below this London low, and we just missed it, unfortunately. So I took profit at this M30 supply, and we've got this high volume node, meaning it's a fairly strong supply. So that coincided with the filling of the Dixie gap. So yeah, I didn't get my original plan of 1920, which would have been 40R, which is a bit ridiculous. So yeah, kind of like pretty good trade. That was on my personal account. I'd already passed MFF at this point, so I'm feeling really happy, just in general about this week. So one other trade I want to point out is a kind of standard cable traders trade. I'll kind of get all this stuff out of the way. We'll take it in 1 minute. And we'll move DXY out of the picture and just focus on GBP USD. which is our specialty at cable traders, obviously. So we have this demand zone, FVG. So I just need to figure out where the trade actually is. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so the main thing is the break of this Frankfurt low. That's our key level break. We are key level traders, cable traders. We're not smart money concepts. We do key levels, volume, liquidity, and price action, and that's our main focus at cable traders. So we break the Frankfurt low and we tap this M15 FVG. So we've got two of the conditions met for setup one. And we'll just kind of zoom in here. Usually when I'm trading M1, I zoom in this far. So we have this indecision candle that breaks structure, the Frankfurt low, breaks it, retests it, and has another leg down. We tap this FVG, it's an M15 FVG, so I count that as a trading level in the rules. And then we break this structure, which is this supply, and you can also say it was a break of structure in terms of an M1 swing high. So we have all the conditions met for a trade, and we just need to retrace into a footprint imbalance, which we get, and I'll just show that because I did get a screenshot somewhere. Okay. Break a structure, retrace. This is at an MT4, and that's the imbalance indicator. We have a perfect touch of it. We can do a 3 pip stop loss here. And then we have declining volume on the retest, and that's really important. And we're using not the demand, but the M15 FVG as our what I call a trading level. So we have all the ingredients in place: break a structure, break of a key level, and retest of footprint level on low volume. So we'll just see how that trade did. By the way, I didn't actually take this trade because I was already in long, so I was just commentating on it on mentorship. But one thing I need to work on is just being a bit more exact on mentorship, on the breakdown of these very quick trades, because they happen so quick that I think some students miss them. And they're still developing confidence because it's fairly new what I'm teaching them. Not a lot of people kind of teach this method, but I think it's the best way to trade cable. So you can write this up for, it went 30 pips max, and you can decide, you know, where you take profit above Frankfurt high. You know, it's probably a good way. And you see this little compression, and it looks like it's ready. It looks like exhaustion, basically. And that's all I wanted to show, really, just that short, long, and this little buy here. And I wish more people took this, so I'm gonna next week make a pledge to be a lot more clear on the cable traders trades, because they happen, you know, 2 or 3 a day usually, and they happen frequently. So I'm gonna be a lot more clear next week, I think, or try to be. This week was all about passing MFF, the first stage, and next week will be about passing the second stage of MFF as well, but also focusing on cable traders trades and not neglecting what my first duty is to my mentorship students. So thank you all. The community's been amazing, and I look forward to speaking to y'all over the weekend, and we'll wish you all a good weekend and a great evening. And that's me just signing off now. So yeah, cheers.